Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this week's video is going to be some easy family meals that I make, what we eat in a week kind of thing. Today we were having chili. It was a really cold week this week, so I made some homemade chili. I just ground up some ground beef, some white cannellini beans or white kidney beans and red kidney beans, rinse them off and put them in my slow cooker, and then I just top that off with the ground beef. You can use ground turkey if you prefer. I just had this on hand. I'm just going to give it a quick stir. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato sauce. This is one of the larger cans of tomato sauce, and I just pour this bad boy in and I give it a good stir. I do add a little bit of sugar. I like to sweeten up my chili a little bit, but that's totally optional. I use a McCormick slow cooker's chili. I do have all the spices on hand, but I just find this so much easier. And I use about half of this, and it's already pre-measured and rationed, and it's so easy. And then I just pop that bad boy on high and let it cook. And then it turns into this lovely, beautiful, hot piping thing of chili, and it was so good. I do add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in it. I feel like it adds a nice bit of tang, and it was my favorite chili I've ever made, so definitely recommend. I also made some cornbread muffins, and these were delicious as well. It was a really good night's meal, and we had the leftovers and made chili back. And I did just top mine off with some light sour cream and a little bit of cheddar cheese. Today I was making my best friend's lasagna recipe. It's one of my all-time favorites, the only lasagna recipe I make. I just saute up some bell pepper and onion, and then also brown up some ground turkey. I like using turkey in this. It's a bit leaner, and you don't notice any absence of sausage or beef. And then I just use a jar of traditional Prego sauce, get that up to more of a simmer. And then I go ahead and add some sriracha. I love sriracha. I put it in just about everything, and it just kicks it up a little bit, and a little bit of flair. If you have kids, maybe not want to do this, but I really love the extra kind of like flavor it adds and heat it adds without being overwhelming. I also do add a little bit of salt and pepper. Next, I build my lasagna, so we put the layer of noodles down, a little bit of meat sauce, and then I warm up some cream cheese and a little bit of shredded Parmesan in the microwave, plop some of it on top of the meat mixture, and then we go ahead and stir it, or kind of spread it out, and then I do another layer, so it'll be another noodles and then the meat mixture and then the cream cheese on top, and then finally when we finish all the layers, I top it off with a little bit of shredded mozzarella and a tiny bit of shredded Parmesan, stick it in the oven for about 20-25 minutes, and it comes out looking like this. It is so good. Highly recommend. The next night we had leftovers, but I just was feeling like something lighter, so I had some baby spinach, arugula, pine nuts, Kalamata olives, and a little bit of Parmesan shreds, curls, shavings, and it was really good. Topped it off with some lemon juice. This is one of my favorite recipes. This is the chicken tikka masala kind of dish, but I make it vegetarian. Instead, I just use a whole bunch of bell peppers and onions and veggies with some basmati rice. And we use just a seasoning packet from Walmart. It is the Simply Asian chicken tikka masala. Of course, you can use chicken, and you can use cream, or you can use coconut milk. It's really good. My husband likes it too, and he is Indian, so he's super critical when it comes to Indian food, and it's really hard to find anything that's close to it in the supermarket. You definitely normally have to take your time and cook homemade, but this is a really easy fix, and it kind of curbs our Indian food craving for a little bit. But I just topped it with some peas on top, and it was so good. One of my favorites. This night we had some pot roast. I just used the Campbell's sauces, I think they're the sauce pouch, and it's the tavern style pot roast, and I just popped that in with the meat, and then I made some homemade mashed potatoes and some roasted carrots to go alongside of it. It was really good, really comforting. I love pot roast. My husband isn't as big of a fan, but he still really liked it too, and you can see the meat was so tender. My husband had to show you that. But this is a solid one too. Then this night I decided to go ahead and try my hand at making paella. I saw a recipe on the Tasty Instagram, I think, and I basically just sauteed up some sweet onion and 2 different bell peppers, red and yellow, and softened those up. And then I went ahead and added some fresh cut green beans. These are just the ones that were already packaged in the produce section. They were a little bit more expensive, but it was just so much faster not to have to peel and take off the stems. And then I go ahead and add my rice, as well as my ground turmeric and a little bit of tomato paste. Stir that all together, kind of saute it up a little bit. Then I go ahead and add my tomatoes. These are just diced tomatoes. And my chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth if you want to keep this vegetarian or vegan. And I give that a good stir, and I let that all come up to a boil as the rice absorbs the liquid, and it looks like this. I go ahead and add some quartered artichoke hearts and some frozen sweet peas that heat up instantly, and it was so good. Even my youngest, who hates any sort of vegetables, loved this. Really good. Really recommend it. It was delicious. Easy for leftovers, and it heated up really nicely the next day. And then finally, we had leftovers throughout the rest of the week, but we did treat ourselves to some Chipotle. This is the Chipotle salad. It's not really a salad. I just like to make myself feel better, but it's really indulgent and delicious. And then we have a little bit of chips to go on the side of it. So good. Chipotle is always a good decision in my book. And that's the rest of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if this is something that you'd like to see from now on. It's just to throw in alongside my other videos. I get really inspired by watching these types of videos because I can get a rut with cooking, and I like to see how other people cook and what they fix for their families. So if you guys like these videos, please give us a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.